Welcome to Brainwaves Podcast. I'm your host, Amo the Great. Today, we're tackling a subject that sparks fiery debates, divides opinions, and has far-reaching consequences in our digital age. Cancel culture. Is it a tool for accountability, a vehicle for mob justice, or something in between? Let's dive in. Cancel culture refers to the practice of withdrawing support for public figures, brands, or entities after they have done or said something considered objectionable or offensive. It often takes the form of public shaming, boycotts, or calls for deplatforming. But let's be clear, this phenomenon isn't new. Social ostracism has existed throughout history. What makes today different is the speed, reach, and permanence of the internet. From Twitter threads to Reddit posts, cancel culture thrives in the digital space where a single screenshot or a viral video can ignite a storm. It's worth asking, does this instantaneous nature allow for thoughtful, measured responses, or does it fuel knee-jerk reactions and mob mentality? Well, think about recent cases like J.K. Rowling, whose controversial statements about gender have led to heated debates, or comedian Kevin Hart, who stepped down from hosting the Oscars after whole tweet resurfaced. These cases show the complexity of cancel culture, balancing past actions against present accountability. Well, cancel culture, as we know it, gained momentum in the early 2010s, alongside the rise of social media. Platforms like Twitter became tools for marginalized voices to hold public figures accountable. Me Too hashtag movement is a prime example of this accountability in action, where survivors of abuse use digital platforms to bring perpetrators to justice. However, some argue that cancel culture's roots go deeper. It mirrors practices like public shaming in medieval times or the ostracism seen during the Salem witch trials. The difference today, the internet acts as the village square, but it's global and the stakes are much higher. Let's start with the positives. At its best, cancel culture can be a powerful tool for accountability. It forces individuals and institutions to answer for harmful actions. It can empower marginalized communities. So, social media provides a platform for voices that are often ignored by traditional media. And last but not least, cancel culture can cultural change. So, cancel culture can spark meaningful conversations about issues like racism, sexism, and abuse. Examples are like the 2020 cancellation of Chris D'Elia after allegations of sexual misconduct. It highlights that cancel culture amplifies voices of victims. Without social media, these stories might not have come to light. What are the cons? So, let's break down the major criticism. Lack of due process. People are often condemned before all the facts are available. Then we have the performativity. Sometimes counseling becomes about signaling virtue than seeking genuine change. Thirdly, collateral damage. Cancel culture doesn't just affect the individual being targeted. It can rip out to harm families, businesses, and communities at large. Then we lastly have that chilling effect. Fear of being cancelled can stifle creativity, humor, and free expression. Examples: remember when YouTuber Jenna Marbles voluntarily left the platform after being called out for all videos containing offensive contents? Many fans argued that her sincere apology and history of positive behavior should have been enough for redemption. But well, cancel culture. Well, the challenge with cancel culture lies in the subjectivity. What one person sees as justified call-out, another might view as overreaction. For instance, should we judge people by their worst moments? Can someone truly grow and change after being cancelled? Where do we draw the line between accountability and overreach? Well, let's hear from you. Have you ever participated in cancelling someone or a brand? Do you think it was justified? Send us your stories and we'll feature a few in our next episode. Well, okay. Social media platforms play a pivotal role in cancel culture. Algorithms prioritize sensational, emotionally charged content, which fuels cancel culture rapid escalation. Have you ever noticed how quickly outrage spreads compared to apologies or explanations? That's by design. Well, but what's the responsibility of these platforms? Should Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok step in to moderate cancel culture, or does that infringe on the free speech? Well, cancel culture isn't going away, but can we evolve into something healthier? Ultimately, we need to ask, how can we create a culture of accountability without becoming a society that thrives on tearing people down? Cancel culture is messy, complex, and deeply tied to the digital age. While it has its merits, it also poses challenges we must address to ensure it doesn't spiral out of control. As always, we'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think is the future of cancel culture? Drop us a message or join the conversation on our social media channels. Thanks for tuning in. Reminding you to stay curious, stay kind, and always dig deeper. See you next time. Adios.